Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schultze. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you a really cool way to prepare chicken. It is chicken en papillote. En papillote is a French term. It just means in paper. So what we will do is season our chicken, add our sides, and then wrap it in foil and parchment paper. Join me now as I show you how easy this dish is to prepare, and the family will absolutely love it. So first thing, let's preheat a cast iron at low to medium heat. Add about a tablespoon of blended oil, and let's go ahead and render some bacon fat from our Lardons. For assembly, I have aluminum foil lined with parchment paper. Please note the parchment paper is optional. However, in this case, it is a necessity because I plan to add white wine to this. Wine will obviously adversely react to the aluminum, and the acid will burn holes through it, leaves a big mess. If I were just put chicken stock or oil and it's something like that is more neutral, then we don't have to worry about lining the parchment. Another thing, parchment paper helps keep the liquid in and enables less evaporation. So it's my recommendation that you do line it with the parchment. So let's go ahead and take our potatoes and kind of shingle them in here, spread them out a bit. Keeping everything to the center. Keep in mind that we want to fold everything up, and then when we wrap it, everything will have ample, foil and material to cover it properly. Next, let's go ahead and start adding our carrots, our mushrooms, and we are using king oyster mushrooms. Go ahead, add the bacon. Let us add the garlic. Feel free to use any vegetables you like. Fennel, even apples in this goes great. It's up to you. Whatever your favorites are, feel free. If you want to keep it seasonal, by all means. Now we'll add our onion. Now what I like to do is add some Hungarian paprika. This is a spicy paprika. And our airline chicken breast. Airline chicken is an industry term that refers to a chicken breast that still has the wing bone attached to it. I love keeping the skin on it simply because it adds another layer of flavor and texture. And now that we have that seasoned, let's go ahead, add some white wine. And a couple ounces of chicken stock. For good measure, I like to season a little bit of salt on top. Feel free to use pink Hawaiian salt or even smoked sea salt, just again to add another little layer of flavor. Now, let's go ahead and fold this up like so, keeping all the liquid inside. And now that we have everything closed up tight, the liquid will stay in and therefore not drying the chicken out. There you have it. Repeat the same process with all the chicken that you plan to serve or cook off. And put this to a preheated oven, 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I would say 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Just making sure that the chicken breast internal temperature is 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And at that point, you're ready for service. Well, there you have my chicken and papillote. Now, I did this somewhat of a Hungarian style, and I would refer to this more of a hunter style chicken or a csípős vadász madra. Very easy to do. This is something you can actually set up in advance the day before, or even in the morning before you go to work, come home and bake it off. However, if you choose to use wine, do not do it in advance. The acid will cook the vegetables, cook the protein, and you'll just be left with mushy, food, and nobody likes mushy unless it's oatmeal. Paprika. If you noticed, I added the paprika after I seared everything and was assembling the envelope or the pouch. The reason that is because paprika contains very high sugar content and will burn. So even when I'm making goulash or lecho and other types of percult and things that require paprika or even lots of paprika, I always remove it from the flame or from the heat. I do not want it to burn. If I do add it, or when I do add it, I should say, I immediately add the liquid or stock afterwards, immediately. Only because I never want to give it a chance to burn. Once it burns, it turns bitter and ruins your entire dish. Well, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. I hope you give it a shot. It's not difficult, and friends and family will definitely enjoy it. It's something you could set up for 4, 10, 20 people, and it's can be done efficiently and with minimal cost as well as minimal effort. It's all up to you and what you want to do. Well, thanks again for joining. If you've not already done so, please do. Smash that subscribe button. Get on board with us and be up to date with our newest weekly posts. Thank you very much for joining. Jó étvágyat!